Hey, sorry, I'm trying not to be too loud. Most of the crew's sleeping right now, so I hope you can still hear me. It's been about a week since we left Earth. By the time you receive this message, almost a month will have gone by. I mean, even understanding the science, it's hard for me to wrap my head around. We're picking up speed as we move away from Earth, which means the time difference is going to get much longer the further away we are. But the messages you send me should get here faster than mine reach you. Make sure to send me updates on all of our friends and everyone back home. I want to know everything. And I'll be sure to send you updates every couple of months or when I have time. We should be able to maintain contact with each other for at least 6 months or so. Once our ship gets closer to the wormhole, it's gonna take us across the galaxy, and we'll have to say goodbye for a while. But I don't want to think about that quite yet. So let me tell you everything about life on this spaceship so far. And even now, as I'm looking out the window, it feels surreal to be here. I've been dreaming of this for as long as I can remember, so it hardly seems real. There's 5 of us in total on the crew, each with our own roles. We have a captain, engineer, navigator, medical officer, and I am our science officer, of course. But we're all cross-trained to do each other's jobs if needed. Everyone's equal on the ship. The captain's our de facto leader. If there's ever a disagreement with the crew or, on a matter of importance, we've been instructed to take a vote, so no person has absolute authority or control. And each of us have been assigned chores to do to manage the day-to-day operations of the ship and keep things running. It's it's been more work than I thought it would be, but I'm sure once we get into the routine, we'll have it down and, we'll be able to get to know each other better. I'm I'm kind of glad we've been so busy this first week since we left. It means I haven't really had the time to feel too homesick yet. We've also each been allowed to bring a few things and, photos from Earth, which I'm sure will help. But right now I'm looking at the photo from my going away party. It's, I've been thinking about one of the conversations we had that night. You asked me if I was sure about this, if I really want to go away for so long, and the truth is, I'm not so sure about wanting to go as much as it's needing to go. I could never live with myself if I were to turn my back on this opportunity to do something that could push humanity forward. You know that as well as I do. So it almost didn't feel like a choice, even. Just something I know I'd do. I miss you terribly, but I know you support me no matter what, like you always have. No, I'm thinking about you. I look forward to receiving your first transmission. See you. Hey, you. It's been about, what, 2 months on this ship now? So that means by the time you receive this, it'll have been, just over 6 months on Earth. Wow, that's crazy. There's a lot I want to tell you about, but first I have some bad news. Our receiver's damaged. Yippee! That means none of us will have received any messages from Earth. We were pretty upset when we found out, but our mechanic is trying his best to fix it, and he assured us that the transmitter is still fully functional, which means you're still getting our messages, even if we're not getting yours. So that's give us some comfort. Hopefully, by the time you're getting this, the receiver will have been fixed. Fingers crossed. Enough about that, though. Let me fill you in on my life here, at least so far. Life on this ship, it's been good. I feel as though I've finally settled into a routine. I like the other crew members. We're all much more comfortable around each other now, than we were at the beginning. Even though we're only known each other for, what, a short time? We feel less like co-workers than we do old friends. And we have more spare time now than we did during the first few weeks, so I've spent a lot of this time with the other crew members playing games and telling stories about our lives back on Earth. They know everything about you now. Probably more than they'd like to know. Aside from the issue with the receiver, everything's been running smoothly on the ship. We've had no serious issues, and everyone's still healthy and mostly in high spirits. I'm even starting to get used to the food. I know. But I have so many questions about back home. I think about all the new books and movies I must be missing out on. All the news stories and celebrity drama that'll have happened by the time you receive this message. But most of all, I wonder how you're doing. And I hope that you're well and taking good care of yourself. I love you. Bye. Hello! It's been about 4 months on the ship, which means for you it's been 3 years on Earth. My lord. When I first did that calculation, I almost couldn't believe it. I bet so much has changed since you received the last message. We're still not receiving any messages from Earth, but that's okay. We know you're thinking about us. So, what's new with me? For one thing, I've been reading a lot more. Nothing too serious, though. We have a small library on the ship, and I've been trying to reread all the books I loved when we were growing up. We're lucky that the ship's large enough so that there's plenty of space you can go for some privacy or alone time. You know, when I'm reading, I usually go to the green room or sit next to my favourite window on the observation deck. And yes, I do have a favourite window. I've started journaling too. Recently, I've been thinking about our childhood and how we grew up. I think that's why I've been wanting to reread all those books. I don't know. I've been reflecting a lot, and I wrote down some of the memories I had and want to share with you. Yesterday, I was reminded of the field, behind your uncle's farmhouse. Those warm summer nights where we used to try and catch fireflies. I remember we would sneak out after dark with nothing but a glass jar and a couple of flashlights. I can still smell the grass and hear the cicadas buzzing. The field looked like an endless sea of flickering lights. When I look out at the stars here, I feel the same sense of awe and wonder that I felt back then. The sense that anything could happen and that anything's possible. I wish you could experience this with me. Anyway, I should probably get back to work. Send my best wishes to everyone. As you know, it'll be a long time before you receive my next message. So hang tight. Love you. Hello again. It's been, 6 months on this ship? Wow, which means it's been 11 years on Earth. Can you believe it? Because I, for one, cannot. Things with me have been pretty much the same as they were the last time I recorded one of these. Now I've read most of the books in the library and I'm still journaling every day. The rest of the crew is good too, as excited as they are. There's definitely some nerves about the upcoming part of our mission. I spent a lot of time thinking about you and just wondering what you may have done over the past decade by the time you hear this. Like, are you married? Do you have kids? What job do you have? Do you ever go back to school? The hardest part about all this is probably knowing that I won't have the answer to these questions before we embark on the next part of our journey. We're heading into the wormhole in a few days. That'll take us so far away from Earth that we won't be able to send you transmissions anymore. Until we go back through the wormhole on our way home. Which means it's time to say goodbye. For now. I've I've thought a lot about what I was going to say to you in this last recording. There's so much to say, but it's hard for me to find the words. To be honest with you, this is the third time I've tried to record this message. So let me just keep things short and get right to the point. You are the best friend anyone could ever ask for. I think about you every single day. There's times in my life where I know I never could have made it without you. And I can't imagine how different my life would have been if we'd never met. I know you're probably worried sick about me. I worry about you too sometimes. But you're always tough, so I'm sure you're doing okay. And I'll be okay too. I'll be back before you know it. But while I'm gone, if you ever miss me, or you feel lonely, look up at the sky and know I'm out there. Somewhere I'm out there. And I'm thinking about you. Remember that, and you'll never be alone. Alright, I think that's close enough to what I want to say. Hang in there. I love you. Bye.